You grip the laces. Your index finger settles into the second seam, the exact spot where the leather ridge meets the white stitching. You've thrown a football roughly 1.2 million times in your life. Your fingers find this position the way a surgeon finds a scalpel in the dark, by feel, without thinking. You are Patrick Mahomes, 6'2", 230 pounds, 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time league MVP. Your right arm has been clocked throwing a football at 62 miles per hour, the fastest ever recorded by an NFL quarterback on a radar gun. You once launched a ball 80 yards in the air at a pre-draft showcase. Your father pitched 12 years in the major leagues. You threw a baseball at 96 miles per hour in high school. You chose football. That baseball arm is why your throws do things that defensive coordinators spend entire weeks trying to solve and still can't. The play starts. You drop back 3 steps. Your brain has 2.8 seconds. In those 2.8 seconds, you read the defensive coverage, identify 5 eligible receivers, calculate a throwing window that exists for 1/3 of a second, and deliver the ball while 280 pounds of defensive end is closing on your blind side at 18 miles per hour. You do all of this while looking right and throwing left, without looking. The no-look pass. Something you invented as a joke in college at Texas Tech and turned into a weapon that no one in the NFL had seen before. Your head is pointed squarely downfield. Your arm fires diagonally across the hash marks. The receiver catches it at a spot where you gave 0 outward indication you were going to throw. The defensive coordinator watching from the booth puts his headset down and stares at his clipboard. There is no adjustment for that. There is no scheme that accounts for a quarterback who can complete a pass while deliberately misleading every human being on the field with his eyes. You've also completed passes sidearm, underhand, from behind your body, at a dead sprint clocked at 16.9 miles per hour, and once left-handed. You are right-handed. A defender was stripping the ball from your right arm, so you transferred it to your left hand mid-motion and threw a completion. Your quarterback's coach described the behind-the-back throw as a free throw for Mahomes. Then he corrected himself. Simple for him, hard for the rest of us. Then you get hit. The defensive end arrives half a second after the ball leaves your fingers. His helmet drives into your ribcage, 1,600 pounds of instantaneous force. Your organs compress, your brain shifts inside your skull. You hit the turf. The air vanishes from your lungs. The stadium lights blur into white streaks. 2 seconds later, you stand up. You jog to the sideline. You check the replay on the tablet. Your left knee, the one that tore its ACL and LCL during the 2025 playoffs, the one the surgeons rebuilt with screws and grafts, the one that swells inside the brace after every single game, is throbbing. You don't mention it. You start preparing for the next drive. Your contract is $450 million over 10 years. You restructured it twice so the front office could sign better players around you. Your knee will remember every single one of them long after the contract expires. The spreadsheet tracks your touchdowns and your completion percentage. It doesn't track what your body will cost you when you're 50. The average person needs 2.8 seconds to decide which button to press on a microwave. You, the one watching this, threw a paper ball at a trash can from 6 feet away yesterday. You missed. There were no witnesses, but you know what happened. Your eyes open in a hotel room. The ceiling is beige. Your feet hang 3 inches off the edge of the mattress because you are 6'9", and hotel beds were not built for you. Both knees crack when you stand, a dry, percussive sound, like stepping on uncooked pasta. Your right Achilles is tight, your lower back is locked. You plant your feet on the carpet and stand the way you stood every morning for 2 decades, carefully, negotiating with your own joints before asking them to do anything explosive. You are LeBron James. You are 41 years old. You have played 23 consecutive NBA seasons, over 1,500 regular season games, more playoff minutes than any human in the history of the sport. Your body has absorbed an estimated 50 million pounds of cumulative force from jumping, landing, cutting and sprinting on hardwood that gives back absolutely nothing. Your vertical leap was measured at over 40 inches in your prime. That is a 250-pound man launching 3.5 feet into the air from a standstill. The average adult male jumps roughly 16 inches. You more than doubled that while outweighing them by 60 pounds. Sports science clocked you at 20.4 miles per hour in a full sprint. At that speed, at your weight, your kinetic energy is 3,840 joules, the equivalent of a small car rolling at 6 miles per hour. In your Miami years, you ran a 4.5-second 40-yard dash at 270 pounds. NFL scouts publicly said you could have been the greatest tight end in the history of football. You didn't choose football. You chose basketball. And then, you became the all-time leading scorer in the history of the sport. Tonight is the second game of a back-to-back. You played 32 minutes last night and covered 2.6 miles on hardwood. The tracking data says you changed directions 380 times. Your patellar tendons feel like rubber bands stretched past their useful life. But you lace up the sneakers the same way you've laced them since 2003. Left foot first, 3 loops tight, 1 pull to lock. You catch the ball at the top of the key. The defender is a 24-year-old wing, 14 years younger. Fresher legs, faster on paper. You jab left, he bites. His weight shifts a ½ inch too far. That ½ inch is the entire margin. You explode right. Your first step covers 4 feet of hardwood in 0.3 seconds. He is chasing a 250-pound vehicle now. You Euro step past the help defender, a move that requires your entire body to shift lateral momentum in mid-air while simultaneously changing the angle of approach to the basket. You elevate over a 7-foot center. You lay the ball off the glass while absorbing 240 pounds of contact to your ribcage. The whistle blows, and 1. Over 40,000 career points, more than Kareem, more than Karl Malone, more than anyone. You've earned over $580 million in NBA salary, the most in league history. You spend $1.5 million per year on recovery, cryotherapy, hyperbaric chambers, a personal chef, a sleep optimization specialist, electrical stimulation, compression boots, a full body massage after every game that costs more than most people's monthly rent. At 41, your body is a vintage engine, absurdly powerful, but the maintenance bill could fund a small hospital. The NBA schedule doesn't care about any of that. 82 games in 170 days, back-to-backs across time zones, 4 hours of sleep between cities. Your circadian rhythm doesn't exist anymore. It surrendered years ago, and nothing replaced it except discipline and a recovery protocol that has become its own full-time job. The average career in the NBA lasts 4.5 years. You've lasted 5 of those careers. Every season you play from this point forward is a season that biology says shouldn't be happening. You play it anyway. You get winded walking up 2 flights of stairs. Last week, you took the elevator to the 2nd floor. Someone saw you step out. You made eye contact. Neither of you said a word, but you both knew exactly what just happened. You stand on the mound. The rosin bag sits at your feet, coated in white dust. You pick it up. You squeeze it until your knuckles go pale. You drop it. You set your feet on the rubber, 60 feet and 6 inches from home plate. The catcher puts down 1 finger. Fastball. You are Shohei Ohtani, 6'4", 210 pounds, a pitcher and a hitter, at the same time in the same game. The last person who did this at an elite level was Babe Ruth, and he stopped doing it over a century ago because the sport decided it was impossible to sustain. Nobody sent you that memo. Your body coils, hips rotating away from home plate, front shoulder closing, arm reaching maximum external rotation behind your head. Then everything fires at once. Hips snap forward, torso whips, your right arm comes over the top and the ball leaves your fingertips at 101.4 miles per hour. From your hand to the catcher's mitt, 396 milliseconds. The batter has roughly 150 milliseconds to decide whether to swing. The average human blink takes 300 milliseconds. He has half a blink to make a decision that determines whether his team scores or doesn't. He swings, misses by 4 inches, strike 3. Your elbow absorbs over 100 Newton meters of torque on every single pitch. The human arm was never designed for this kind of violent, snapping rotational force. You've already had Tommy John surgery, your ulnar collateral ligament reconstructed with a tendon harvested from another part of your body. You missed an entire season of pitching. You came back throwing harder. Your four-seam fastball now averages 98.4 miles per hour with a peak of 101.7. You throw 7 different pitches. Your splitter drops out of the strike zone so violently that professional hitters, men who have trained since childhood to track baseballs, swing at nothing and look physically confused. Your whiff rate on that pitch makes batters look like they're swinging at something that doesn't exist. In a way, they are. The inning ends. You walk off the mound, you hand your glove to the dugout attendant, you pick up a bat, you step into the batter's box. Your arm is still buzzing from 78 pitches of maximum effort throwing. Your legs are heavy from the explosive mechanics of pitching. Every delivery is a full-body detonation from the mound. Your heart rate is 142 beats per minute. You are now expected to hit a baseball thrown at 96 miles per hour by a rested pitcher who has been sitting in his dugout watching you burn through your energy for the last 2 hours. You see the seams rotating. Your hips fire. Your bat whips through the zone at an exit velocity of 112 miles per hour. The ball rockets off the barrel and sails 430 feet into the right field pavilion. You round the bases with the expression of a man picking up dry cleaning. Not impressed with yourself, just working. In 2024, you hit 54 home runs and stole 59 bases. The first 50-50 season in 150 years of professional baseball. The previous record was 42-42. You passed it like a speed limit suggestion. In 2025, you set the Dodgers franchise record with 55 home runs while returning to the mound and striking out batters at a rate that would make any full-time pitcher envious. 3 unanimous MVP awards? The only player in history to win multiple unanimous MVPs in both leagues. In one playoff game, you hit 3 home runs and pitched 6 shutout innings with 10 strikeouts. Same game. Your contract is $700 million over 10 years, the largest in professional sports history. You deferred $680 million so the Dodgers could sign better players around you. Your actual salary during the contract? $2 million per year. Your endorsement income? $125 million this year alone. The Dodgers made back the entire $700 million in your first season through ticket sales, merchandise, and global marketing deals. Japanese airlines sponsor the team because of you. Your jersey outsells every player in Major League Baseball, in the United States, in Japan, and worldwide. Nobody in the history of professional sports has ever done what you are doing. Not at this level. Not on both sides of the ball. Not while making it look like a mild inconvenience instead of a physical impossibility. You once tried to throw a baseball at a carnival booth. You missed the target from 8 feet away. The teenager running the booth didn't say anything. He just looked at you the way a doctor looks at an X-ray he wasn't expecting. You looked down at your own hands. They're soft. Your biggest physical achievement this week was opening a jar of pickles on the first try. Your wrist still kind of hurts from it.